What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another W.A.D.E concept video. No podcast. I told you we were switching things up, and today we do have something very, very special. I have a reaction video we're going to do, and I'm not going to quite spoil it yet, just because I want to get into the minutia of what we're going to be doing. Actually, you know what? We'll save that for another video, but today we are doing a reaction, and we're doing it from our new set. As you guys can see, if you didn't catch my last video, we are doing a new set. We're revamping the podcast, more videos, better scheduling. We're getting it all together. But today is a very special one because, you know what? We're going to spoil it now. We're going to be reacting to sparring footage from 2015 from Conor McGregor. Now, I came across this footage just like I'm sure some of you guys did about 4 days ago, and I knew I had to react to it, so I didn't watch it in its entirety. I wanted to kind of see it for the first time with you guys. I saw a little bit of it. It's only a 1 minute, 34-second clip, but this is from Conor McGregor's fight leading up to Chad Mendes when he had a torn ACL. This is also the buildup that was supposed to be for the Jose Aldo fight. So this is after a lot of adversity. They'd even tried to pull Conor out of this fight, according to John Kavanaugh, his head coach at the time, and I think still head coach. I don't know what's going on there, but this is right after Conor. They were looking at Conor, trying to tell him to pull out of the fight, and he was saying, no, let me spar. Let me show you I can still fight, and this is the sparring footage we got. Now, he's sparring a guy. I don't know the gentleman's name here. Franz something. Kickboxer, amateur kickboxer. But in this video, I haven't seen much of it. It looks like this guy can hold his own. So we're going to watch it, and we're going to react to it, and I hope you guys like it. So let's get it started. All right. Here we go. Right off the bat. Nasty one, too, right off the bat. Ooh, look at that slip. Let's run that back. One more time. That slip. Now, I know I'm going to be pausing a lot just because I want you guys to see the full effect of you know, how I react to it and, you know, what I'm taking away. What I can already see from this sparring footage already is a night and day difference. Granted, this is 4 years ago, but a night and day difference in Conor's movements. You're already starting to see the quick head movement off the center line, the slipping, the uppercut, that straight left or that straight right with the uppercut behind it that he loves. And just his in and out movement is completely different. And again, this is on a torn ACL, so I don't know how fluid he was, you know, at this point. But man, he looks even just night and day different from what he looks right in the Khabib fight just a couple months ago. It's caught there. Nice left to the body. Look at that shuffle inside. That's beautiful. So this is making me gush a little bit because this is the Conor McGregor I followed, I watched, I was so mesmerized, and we all were mesmerized by. And it's no offense to Conor now. Conor's still an amazing fighter, but my goodness, the beauty in this movement. Watch this shuffle hesitation step into this left hand, basically making his opponent commit to the first movement, and then that feint, also a shuffle in to find his range with that right hand, which he uses for his jab hand. That lead hand, he's poking out there, and that shuffle step to get into range, and then blast the straight left. That stuff is beautiful, guys. Man, right here, shuffle, boom, beautiful work. The in and out movements. That head movement, slip under after, and another thing, and again, guys, I know I'm pausing a lot here, but another thing you're seeing here, where are we at? Another thing you're seeing is, now watch, he's leading, he's throwing that big left hand out there, and it leaves him exposed a little bit, but you're also seeing him exit correctly. You're seeing him follow his left hand and slide and duck that head and roll to his left hand side. It's correct boxing technique to slide to that same side you throw the power hand to and get out of the door that way. Look at that. And covers up. Just look at the in and out movement. This counter left hand pop. Bang! Catch you off guard. That's the thing. Conor can knock people out moving backward. And just with that in and out movement, he was always so balanced. And again, and I know I'm going fanboy, but this is Conor McGregor on one ACL basically. And just the way he's moving, the anticipation is something you don't see, you know, in his last fight anyway. And that could just been, you know, being flat-footed makes you harder to take down. I understand that, but it was just, it didn't look like the timing was there. It didn't look like the confidence and the forward push was there. Obviously, training for Chad Mendez on I think it was 8 or 9 days notice. Conor definitely was wanting to be the aggressor and push forward on Chad. So I think that's something that Conor really looked forward. And again, in this sparring session, he was looking to push forward like he would against Chad Mendez, who he was fighting at the time. So it makes sense that he was the aggressor right here. But man, just the anticipation of not only drawing out the power hand of his opponent, but then coming back and banging that left over the top. Man, I miss this Conor McGregor. Oh, look at that. Conor gets caught a little bit right here. A little bit over-aggressive. Look at that left counter. Beautiful. Look at this. A little bit over-aggressive with the left. Gets kind of too in range. A little bit of a slip, but the mouthpiece comes out. I don't know if you guys saw that. There it is right there. All right, another exchange. Look at that slide out of range. That is beautiful stuff, man. Look at this. Slides right out. And slides right under the left hand again. You see that? And again, I know I'm pausing a lot, but watch just how confused he makes this opponent. He's looking to get the guy's attention with this left hand. What he thinks his opponent Franz thinks is going to the head, and Conor throws it to the body. Bang! You know what that's setting up? That's of course setting up that straight left right to the chin. But Conor again, very cunning, very creative with his strikes, mixing it up. Nice, there it is. Straight left, right to the dome. Slip. Oh my goodness. Where is this Conor McGregor, guys? What? Oh my God. All right. Maybe I'm seeing stuff, but this looks like the exact move for move escape and knockout that he hit Jose Aldo with. I might, if I have time, splice in both of them to show you, but I think just off first sight, and we're going to slow it down and look at it, that was the exact movement he created against Jose Aldo. So let's watch this. Did I already pass it? I think I might already pass it. Nope, here we are. So right here, you're going to see Conor parrying, basically playing with this lead hand with this other gentleman, Franz, I think is his name. If I don't know if this guy's name is not that, then I'm sorry, opponent, but you're Franz right now. Playing with the lead hand, draws out the right hand. Now, I think in the Jose Aldo fight, I might be wrong, but I think Jose came to the head with this, said boom, and then had the left over the top behind it, right? Well, this time Franz goes to the body. Conor shifts back his weight. Look at that. What does that remind you of? That's the same exact movement. Ladies and gentlemen, this Conor McGregor had already, this is before the Jose Aldo fight. Now, granted, for most of this training camp, he was training for Jose Aldo, and then Aldo pulled out and had Chad. This movement had been practiced, and I thought just maybe spur of the moment, he thought from just the anger had built up inside of Jose from all the press, he thought that the right hand would draw out and the left behind. But Conor knew this was coming for a long time. This is unbelievable, guys. I know, again, 4 years ago, Conor, maybe not the same guy at this point. I tend to believe that once you are this, you have this skill set, it doesn't leave you unless, you're just not motivated to come back and do it. But this is special stuff you're watching. This guy is unbelievable as a striker. It catches him. Didn't land with the same... Oh, Jesus. Didn't land with the same ability, but he still caught him with that. Beautiful body work. Look at that movement. Oh my goodness. Are you serious with this? Look at this jab step, and then one to the right. Boom, boom, and then, oh my God. Power left hand. Give me this Conor McGregor every single day of the week, man. A master. A master in his movement. That was a nice slip by Franz. Woo! Got tagged there, though. That's the problem with overcommitting to Conor's left hand, which he tends to do a little bit. It's his power hand. He knows how to draw people into it. He knows how to lay it down when he throws it, and to turn the lights off and close the show. But when he threw this one, it was just a little out of range. He barely missed, and it was a big throw. Left him exposed and got caught with the right hand behind it. Check this out. Boom, just misses. Counter right off the cage. That's beautiful work from Franz. But this is the trust, man. I think this is the end of the sparring right here. Yep. But this is the trust that we're missing from Conor McGregor right here. The trust in his power, the trust in his ability, the trust in that movement that he was talking about after the fight, how he needed to trust himself more. That's what we're missing. And Conor's not going to watch this video. You know, he's not going to see this. But, man, that 4 years ago Conor McGregor was something special to watch. And just watching that gives you that nostalgia factor, you know, that you want to see Conor go in there and have that same movement and have that same skill set. And I'm sure he does. But when you're fighting a guy like Khabib, and I failed to mention this a little bit, when you're fighting that kind of guy, it's kind of tough. It's kind of tough to move like that and not get taken down, especially when you're moving back and forth and in close and trying to dip out of range. Khabib's just gonna, you know, he's gonna walk up and double leg you or single leg high crotch and take you down. But that was a masterclass on kickboxing movement and just fluidity within movements and the ability to anticipate and draw out an opponent. It's so hard to do. It's so I've watched so many fighters, you know, feint, and nothing happened because of it, because there's no real threat of the movement you're providing, right? And Conor provides that same, you know, motion for motion movement that he's going to throw that big left hand behind. And of course, it's going to draw on a reaction from the opponent. And when you can fake your movement the same way that you throw that power movement, it's such a weapon that is underutilized. And frankly, it's a lot of guys don't have it. But Conor McGregor, Mystic Mac, does have it. And I hope that we see it again. I really, really hope that we see it again. Hopefully this year. Let me know what you guys thought, by the way. I know I talked through a ton of that. And if the volume was too loud, I'll try to minimize it a little bit. Again, first reaction video. We'll see how this reaction stuff does. I love doing it because in real time, I can give you guys feedback on what I'm seeing. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button below, and we will see you next time. You already know we are debating everything. Thanks, guys.